Okay, there we go. Uh, if you're still here, uh, sorry for sorry if I'm gonna say your name wrong by accident, of course. Uh, am I telling me Micah? But then it says Micah, Micah, Michaelison. That's your name. Sorry for saying it wrong, and sorry for my stuttering because that's one thing I should always say when I here is that thank you for joining. I mean, thank you for coming. But you should know I stutter a lot. that just because I'm sure there's a lot of people who can't stand others who stutter when speaking. So then, so 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 then once they know the information, they could say, okay, he stutters. It's gonna bother me a lot. I'm just gonna leave. Okay. Um. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all for coming for my my playthrough and my I think third time. Sorry if you could hear the dog next door, but my third time replaying Call of Juarez Gunslinger, but first time on stream. And this, unfortunately, unfortunately, I have like a my record of me replaying games. Actually, not unfortunately, because some I replayed Red Dead Redemption One, DMC uh, reboot, and Sleeping Dogs. Two, two, two out of three of them are as I remember, or probably even better. Sleeping Dogs turns out and not as good as I thought. But Call of Juarez, or just Gunslinger, I remember I remember replaying it twice and then loving it mainly because of the art style, the art style that they chose for this game, and plus this is and I think like I don't think people could buy this game physically. I think it's just exclusively a digital game that I think came out on the 360, if I'm not mistaken. Or if it did come on the 360, I was happy to see that come up on the Xbox One, which is when I bought it and then played and realized how much I just love this game. If none of I'm thinking a lot of you may never have heard of this game, but but if you haven't and this is your first time experiencing it, get ready for a fun time because damn, this is so much fun. I'm just in the mood to replay it, and I also have a friend who's my moderator who has not played this game, but he has always wanted to play it, and so and so because he hasn't seen anything of it besides the demo, I hope that he enjoys seeing what the game actually is. So thank you all once again for joining me, and let's just get started. I say Call of Duty. Blech. No, no, don't confuse that game or that series uh with Gunslinger. Even though the only one I really like, the only one I like from the Call of Duty is Black Ops because of its story. But yeah, let's just continue on with Gunslinger. Excuse me. Just the idea of Spanish subtitles. Sure. Okay. Everything looks to be good. But just to be safe, let me see how I sound when talking, and hopefully my audio is louder than the game's audio. Okay, so everything looks good. Let's go.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Also, I forgot that the voice actor for Ben, the bartender, is the voice actor for Max from Ben 10, like the grandpa Max. Ben 10, and also he's one of the main voices, or the boss, not the boss character, but like the higher up of Solid Snake from the Metal Gear games.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that son of a bitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny. I knew those two morons would never let me through.
Is he with us?
I had no choice.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
They're coming from the
Garrett
rear!
and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit.
We have one behind us!
So that's just what I did. As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Now you're really pissing me off!
I love the sound of the place. Make it sound very old school. I can't climb over that.
Watch out!
Still, one of them reached the water tower.
Come on! Let's send these son bitches running!
Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there. Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
Someone shoot that bastard!
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks. I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
Oh, the cool thing is, for when you dual wield, you just have to press the RT button, and then you shoot from both guns, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If the LT, you just aim. Like,
Cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear. I passed Sturdy Dave.
Get
Oh,
in
look
a red
at that gag.
sack.
I passed Dirty Dave, and that's it. You literally just pass him. Nothing
How
else.
about that? Huh? You like that?
And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Bowdre.
I love these cool small intro things.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo! Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Oh, cool. You can make holes. Or they can make holes.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Ooh, I unlocked the skill. I forgot about these.
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side!" Cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatling!" Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Those poor sons of bitches are done for.
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you now.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas now. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally,
I love the
I
quick
had
pace
the
of this game.
stables within my reach.
But if you're gonna, I love the pace of this game.
And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star. Challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
I did forget about this. Odds are I'm gonna die. Yeah, I forgot to do this. Okay. Oh, we can both kill each other. It's tricky to control it. Because they're like...
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
I love when the game does stuff like this. Or when someone changes the narrative, like, wait, what? Doesn't that actually happen? And like the game replays the story but in a different way. Or how they actually happen.
Stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on, how did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
And this is when the demo ended. You just played that that chunk of an area. Oh man. I do not want to switch to hard mode because I know that I would just die over and over again because of the health regeneration. Plus, I kept getting shot a lot, and I would have had I would have died so many times. So no, leave it at normal.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
Continued.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
He carries a noose on his neck.
Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
A fistful of hot lead. Pursuit of bomber I had. Ah, damn it. That text at the bottom, he left. Damn it.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
Four months after? Damn.
He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too. First order of business was finding a firearm.
Thanks, Billy.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Yes. I love when the game does this. Oh, man. It's so much fun.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Oh, what the? Apparently there was some guy at the stairs and just shot me like that.
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for it. Get away!
Also, the gameplay of this is like fast, like really fast. You gotta keep on moving. I don't know if you can tell.
Anybody see him?
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
I love that the planks show up as he's telling the story. Like they were there. I saw them and I got them. Oops.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever going to find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and color. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
You won't get away with this. I'm here. Get your headstone.
There's children here.
Don't let him get away.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
That town's going to hell.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Respect for decency.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town. I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln will be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun.
What the hell did you get away?
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stable at the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. "Hello, Bob," I said. "I think you better let me go." And he says, "I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun." So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
All he cared about was his shotgun.
I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
See, Billy, you enjoyed your life.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Sadness maintains that he single-handedly crushed the Cowboys, and that Wyatt Earp's claim to fame isn't worth spit. That wouldn't say ain't worth shit. A bullet for the old man. Oh, they even add some fun facts at like some historical fun facts at the bottom of the thing. At the bottom of the pictures or screenshots.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
Where's he going?
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There! ¿Quién carajo es ese hombre?
I did my best to help those poor bastards.
My rifle was just standing up.
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to it.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
Oh, no, my combo left.
See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament. I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. That Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know.
I love that when he mentions, and by stroke of luck, there was an Apache, there was a dead Apache with ammo. And the Apache just, whoop, it just drops to the ground.
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Old man clean.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that hill.
I thought one of the cactus was a guy.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
In the last second, I noticed the dynamite.
They're gonna need a gun to get dead. Don't let them Reloading, then. You one stupid zombie.
That's not working.
Wait, goddamn look.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps. And that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
When you're more focused, concentration will last for 50% longer. Ooh, when you use it, the bar will dissipate at a slower pace. Oh, that's really helpful. Gunfight at the gunfight at the sawmill.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
Somebody's coming!
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They deserve to die, and I'll tell you why. But first, I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
I'm coming!
Get ready, boys. Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil. Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
You won't get away with this!
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot. Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Also, if you haven't noticed already, but I love the voice acting.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
I missed so many of those shots. You just dodge everything.
In for the kill. There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a song. Quite an impressive operation.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
This is beautiful. Look at this. For just a small game, look at this. It looks great. Oh, I wish I'd get a. I wish a perk would be unlocked of you get a dual short sawed-off shotguns.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Take a shot before he takes a shot. Curly Bill.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil! This is it for you! You work in the fire! There's some bitch send you to kill me? Come on! Kill that annoying son of a bitch!
What happened to my handguns?
How's your footwork, boy? Come out, wherever you are!
Also, if you want to start off shotgun, it replaces your handguns. You have
No one kills Curly Bill! Hiding like a scared little puppy! You got no chance.
I do love the feature also that to reload, you can reload faster by pressing X. It makes it more fun. Yee!
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Next in line. Take over. And take a bullet. Johnny Ringo.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo. I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
The Innocents. Episode 3, The Innocents.
Wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
And the old school nature of this approach for this game for Cowboys is great. Bob Strill had gone cold. Silas began working as a bounty hunter to, in his own words, raise the resources necessary to hunt him down. His first victims were the Magnificent One. Magnificent Seven.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
I have a skill. I did not know that. More damage for combos. Be more deadly and you're killing. After 4th level, your bullets will 100% damage. Please. After all, I use the handguns more because I just love handguns.
Nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're fine.
Yeah, besides, George is up there on the rocks with that rifle of his. Nothing gets past him.
My late father pointed out to me more than once. God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
You or me?
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold ships. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach. Dangerous, desperate individuals. I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was tough.
I blew up a piece of dynamite right in front of me.
Or had some kind of death wish. Seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere. I thought I was some kind of hero.
I can react fast enough to mute it.
I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous. as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way. Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell.
It's you or me.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Had enough?
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
Beefing me.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
Run!
I freely admit that my plan of attack is not just moronic, but clearly insane. It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.
So that was a fake out death.
Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
So the whole thing never happened. That whole thing.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution, because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith, which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell. I was determined not to give up, however, as Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder. I picked the more convenient and more dangerous route. Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserve better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Outlaw, man. Outlaw. I love his look. Scallywag. Henry Plummer.
They're gonna need a dustpan up here. This day is just getting worse and worse for you, ain't it?
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing.
This is gonna hurt! I can shoot You ain't taking me! They're gonna bury you in a million pieces! No blood money for you today! Damn! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out! You bastard! That's right! Run! Dead man! You can shoot, but can you aim? Bastard! Catch this, you son of a bitch! You want You must be about out of bullets. They're gonna bury you in a million pieces! Time to blow your shit up! You kill him, or I kill you! You ain't taking me! I can shoot too! Bastard!
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Sorry about that. Excuse me.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
Episode 4. John Wesley Hardin.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
While telling about an encounter with Hardin in the Bull's Head Saloon, perhaps Silas began to sense that the kind-hearted bartender might be the man he was after. Oh. Be quick or be dead.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different. I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardy.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was cold and a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
Oh. I thought I was going the right way.
The very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and... Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them. Families who put up money in hopes of finding justice.
Okay. So, sorry about that. My mom came in and she's telling me that my younger brother is gonna go get food. So, and I told her that, yeah, bring me something too. Like, I gotta remind myself to get the soundtrack for this game. Either get it or find it on YouTube.
He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing my giblets off. Ain't right we gotta stay out here keeping watch like this.
Ain't nobody stupid enough to go after Hardin anyway.
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that. He was carousing in town with his closest friend. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcome presence. I wondered if Bob was among them. And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
I didn't see before, but now that you've seen me playing this game for a bit, now you understand why I didn't want to go to hard mode.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
The amount of times I would have died here.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me. In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Phil Cole opened the bull's head and I'm Kansas City range. Had a large erect penis. The law in Abilene at the time was none other than Wild Bill Hickok. He turned towards the building of the obscene painting. If the obscene painting was not removed promptly, before Cole could make up his mind, Hickok paid a few men to paint over the bull and its offending private parts. This infuriated Cole, and he confronted Wild Bill. Cole clearly disliked Hickok, and this animosity grew until one day Cole fired 2 shots at the marshal and missed. Hickok returned fire, cutting Cole down. He also accidentally killed his own deputy, Mike Williams, who was coming to his aid. Williams' death haunted Hickok until the very end of his life. And so these are things you could find at the throughout the game, and then these cards actually, I think you could use these cards in the arcade mode. These are great. Everything about this game is great.
Yeah, you know you can't beat
What'd you say?
me. Don't need no help.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
That's awesome. We killed the man for snoring and 40 more for breathing. John Wesley Hardin. I love the card
I felt
throws.
a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I could dodge bullets. I didn't know that. Where's my crosshair?
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Here we go. Close combat resistance. You can't be bulletproof, but you can be more resilient. On average, every fourth enemy bullet shot from a short weapon will bounce off of you. Ooh. Oh no, sorry, wrong one. Dual wield sawed-off shotguns. Yes, this is what I wanted. Grab two sawed-offs and give them hell. When you carry a sawed-off, you can hold Y. You can hold Y or press down. So dual wield. Dual wield.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Episode 5. Grey Wolf.
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Was Silas's encounter with Grey Wolf an actual incident or merely a fantasy or fever dream foretelling his bloody vengeance on Jim Reed? Made it time to read it. Dances with Renegades.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Long time ago, on a mountain far, far away.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death. Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him. They saw me before I saw them. And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
I didn't notice the ones behind me.
They saw me before I saw them.
I was trying to be cool. No, I was remembering give him hell, that line specifically, you know, holding and wielding those two guns. But I was not prepared. I gotta remember, I gotta be really close.
They saw me before I saw them. It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there.
Where's that coming from?
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of them.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout. deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness. See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit. They had torches on the wall.
His cave.
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars. They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
How come you know so much about Indians?
A few years back, I was married to two mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
Oh, this narrator. I wonder how many times I already said love in this game.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes.
Damn. I was doing so well.
As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow, the eye having tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk. I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle. I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
That's where you are. I'm like, where are you shooting me from?
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches around it.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them. And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air. Never did find him. And never did collect a goddamn bounty.
Do some close-up killing to be more focused. Each close shotgun delivery you will receive twice as much as usual. If the explosions are bigger. Expert explosives. Every explosive trigger will be 20% bigger in terms of radius and depth.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Episode 6, The Bolton Brothers.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right?
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Silas realized that while he confronted the Daltons in Coffeeville, he literally passed by Ben, aka Bob Bryant, who was living there. At the time, they called me Bounty Hunter. Give me a moment.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street.
Sorry, I was muted. What I was trying to say was I exited the main story because my brother like soon, like maybe 10 minutes, he's gonna come back with food, and so I figured not to. And once he brings the food, I'm gonna stop streaming for today. Maybe because I realized that I have to do some stuff today because miraculously I am getting a job that I applied for. There's like this coming week I have to go for like a training thing. Like they check my background already to see if I was a criminal or whatever. I'm not. If I have any felonies, I don't. And so I just realized that there's some stuff I have to look over that they sent me. They have to send in by today, and so because of that, I realized like, oh shit, I gotta finish that. So then I'm gonna play arcade mode for a bit until my brother gets here. I'm sorry, go back. Until my brother gets here, and then once he's here, I'll finish off I'll finish off the arcade level I was doing, and then I'll end the stream. Yeah, I'm sorry very much for the inconvenience, especially if you were enjoying the game so far. I hope you are, or I hope you are enjoying the stream and enjoying something new that you maybe never heard of. But if you hate what you've been saying, I'm sorry then. But so you can know the story's almost over. I think we're either halfway or we're close to finishing. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, just to properly explain to you guys what's going on. So let's play arcade. Lincoln County. And for this, you can pick from three types. The daring gunslinger. Classic gentleman's loadout. The risk of not having a long weapon is compensated by a pair of quick shooters, which will fit the fastest pistolers perfectly thanks to superior firepower and reload rates. The grizzled trapper. Massive firepower set. With 2 very potent weapons and a fistful of dynamite, this is the best choice for those who like to deal massive firepower. The cold-blooded ranger. Deadly sharpshooter combination. A precise rifle with a handy 6-shooter best support defensive long to mid-range tactics, which require focus and a steady hand. Street sweeper, more shot and shotgun rounds. Ooh. Do more damage with your shotguns. All shotgun weapons will shoot 20% more buckshot, which means you deal more damage. But you guys already know my tried and true.
Let's do this!
This is what happens when you get really confident. Sorry about that. The whole thing just happened. My mom got a package. She got me she brought in a package that's mine. And it's something I forgot I ordered from my dad. And my brother is here. He just got here. So I'm just gonna finish this stuff. Still 1 star after all that. Well, that made me lose my confidence on how good I was doing. Okay, well that's it. Thank you very much for joining me. And I really hope that you are enjoying the game so far, because as I'm replaying, I'm just, it makes me so. I don't know if I stop smiling throughout that whole thing. Like, it's 2 hours and 6 minutes. I think I didn't stop smiling the entire time. This game just is like, damn, this game is as great, as amazing as I remember. But okay, yeah. But thank you very much for joining me. I'm sorry again for this one being short. I would have continued on if not for remembering that thing I have to do for my maybe future employer. But okay, but thank you very much for joining me. I hope your day and your night goes well for you, and stay safe and healthy. Goodbye.